Justice.
That's the stupid kid table. They have to be separated from all the other kids or else we'll catch it. We're not stupid. Mothie has allergies. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
You know why you're here, wild child?
Because Snaily was bullying Mothie.
You hurt our little girl! Where's her parents?
They couldn't come. Please, give me a moment with her. Take one of these, Snaily. Wild, your parents will talk to you later about this.
Talk?
You can have one of these when you're in here for a good reason.
It was for a good reason. My friends, the few I had, deserved to be safe. And you just taught me a cruel life lesson. That justice doesn't exist. I always knew it. But that day, I felt it. Mothie.
We're going away soon. Where? Wisconsin. The cheese state from my USA puzzle? I'll miss you.
I'll never forget that kid. Mothie was my first real friend in life. She was this pale ginger kid with gluten allergies, and I loved her to bits. We'd ride scooters, swim with her dogs in the pool, play Toontown online, and beg her brother to play Super Smash Bros. Melee on the GameCube.
It was sad when Mothie had to move away. Other kids in school liked me. I felt like she was weird too, just like me. When she left, she gave me a photo of us from her bullied birthday party with a #1 ribbon on it. I kept it by my bed my whole life after that.
You know, I live in Wisconsin now too, funny enough. I wonder if she's still here. Maybe by some small chance of fate, I've already walked past her somewhere. I wish I could thank her for the memories.
Grow up.
Alright kids, today we're going to be painting pictures. Not a peep until supplies are given out.
It farted.
You think that's funny?
Yeah, it sounded like a ketchup ball fart noise.
Grow up! You shouldn't be laughing at things like that. You need to learn to act your age. You're getting an F for today. You can sit here and watch your classmates have fun while you miss out, since you want to be so childish. She's fucking 6 years old, you fart bag! And yeah, wild child, you can laugh at farts. You're a child. Of course she's acting childish.
She's right, Holly. I don't deserve art time. I learned my lesson.
No, honey, no. You're learning the wrong lessons. Can someone please stop? Please stop hurting her. Please stop destroying her spirit. I can't undo this much damage.
It's part of growing up. It's what everybody says.
No, it's not. This isn't normal.
We're not normal.
Heart. Oh, what's wrong, wild child?
Those girls said I don't have Jesus in my heart. I don't know how to get him in there.
Maybe I can help you.
Vacation Bible school is where I'd spend most of my summers. It was not fun. I have never been bullied worse in my entire life. The kids would keep finding reasons to outcast me. They would usually try to make it about religion too.
Wild Child's hair is so messy because she's actually hiding devil horns under there. No, I'm not. Look. Don't fall for her tricks or you'll go to hell.
I wanted so badly to be a good little Christian girl, but I had to stop going to church once the threats turned to violence. Honestly, it was a blessing in disguise.
But the Velcro monkey races were cool at least.
White people activities. Houseboat.
Papa! I got one!
Hold her steady there, girl.
Huh?
Oh, 2-for-1er.
Hey!
The houseboat was parked at a dock right off the Gulf of Mexico. Papa would take us out all the time to go fishing, have hot dogs on the grill, and of course, swim in the ocean.
But the most magical thing ever was the bait tanks at the dock. They had shrimpies and wormies in there.
I was too sad to use them as bait, so I would ask Papa to get some, only to secretly release them back into the ocean to live free.
Swim away, wormy! Swim away!
Just let her think the worms can swim, okay? KO.
I wanna soak up the sun. Wanna tell everyone. What happened? stupid. Nap time?
Too bad that didn't kill me. Unsettling. Nanny and Papa's house was my favorite place on earth. But here's the thing about that house. My aunt and cousins lived there before one died. And once they were gone, and the dust settled, Nanny and Papa played it off that their rooms, full of stuff, was my brother and I's. I grew up playing with dead kids' toys, sleeping in a dead kid's bed, wearing his Robin costume, reading his books, playing his Super Nintendo, and erasing his save files. It's weird growing up. All the good, golden memories start to look different, aged with time and truth. It's hard to reflect on those happy days when I now know the reality of the situation I was in. It's unsettling. But Wild Child never knew. To her, this was heaven, lying on that blue bunk bed, playing Littlest Pet Shops without a care in the world. I've decided to let her have it. Otherwise, I may not have any good left in my whole childhood. The Giant Cucumber.
I have a green thumb! And yes, I mean that literally, but also, I can grow plants. One year, Daddy, Rocky, and I planted in a garden in the backyard. It had carrots, tomatoes, and cucumbers. I showed Rocky how to water them every day, but he kind of stinks at it. Probably because he's a baby. I don't know why I left him in charge, because we all forgot about the garden until forever later. I was sure all the plants would have died, but somehow they were alive and huge. I found a cucumber hiding all the way in the back that was as big as my arm. I ran inside to show Mommy and Daddy and Rocky. We were all so proud and surprised.
Mom tried to put it in a salad so we could eat our own homegrown vegetables, but she made one critical error.
I hate eating leaves. Ew! I don't even like cucumbers either.
Hit list.
Wild Child, you're getting too distracted with that toy on your desk.
Huh? But he's just sitting there. I'm not playing with him.
You'll get him at the end of the week.
Can you please just return the stuffed animal? She won't bring it to school again. That evil-ass teacher held my stuffed puppy Spot hostage for no apparent reason. Even Mom was trying to get it back. It was completely uncalled for. So I took matters into my own hands.
Ladybug, you're the very first victim on my hit list. Crime, kidnapping Spot without plausible cause. Next victim? That no good bully Sally! She said my best friend Mothie had dog breath. She does next!
Don't cross the frog, child. Emergency. I think one of the most hurtful things that happened to me was being overly punished as a child. Not even for big things, but all things. I learned what calling 911 meant in school one day. So, when my nanny picked me up that day, I decided to call the number at her house. You know, just to see if it worked, I guess. 911, what's your emergency?
I didn't think anything would happen if I just hung up, but... Gotta hide! They're gonna take me to jail!
You don't call 911 unless there's an emergency!
I understand, Nanny, that I did something wrong. I was a dumb kid, but was chasing me under the bed the right punishment for that? Or were you just scared because the cops showed up at your door when you know you have crimes you're hiding from them? Girls.
Boy, what a long day of being a first grader. I'm pooped. Hey, WC, wanna come play in my house? Sure. Hurry, shut the door and hide. Why? We're gonna play a secret game. A secret game? Yeah, we're gonna practice kissing. So when we kiss boys, we'll be really good at it.
Seems like sound future lesbian logic to me, random neighbor girl I never saw again after this.
Okay. Mwah!
To everyone who says you aren't born gay, please watch this video. I was 6! I was 6! 6 years old! Kissing girls! Ah! Gotta catch 'em all.
I want that one, Daddy!
Sure, baby. I had no idea what Pokemon was. My parents weren't opposed to me, their AFAB child, liking things that were masculine. Hell, even my biggest hyperfixation at the time was Transformers. They luckily never forced baby dolls or girly stuff onto me. I don't think they had the time to care, honestly. But it was that fateful day that I took a huge leap into one of my favorite franchises of all time, I loved those action figures. I eventually became a collector, saving up every penny to grow my cast of characters.
This is Minum. She's Baby Minum and Puzzle's mom. They have a weird uncle, Raichu, who is obsessed with chicken legs. And this is their stepdad, Pikachu, and his teen daughter, Pikachu, and his son, Pikachu.
We had elaborate lore for our action figures. They were my first OCs and stories. I cherish them so much.
I need more!
Rescue.
Rocky has anger issues. He's seriously one mad little baby. One time, I wouldn't let him play with my Thomas the Tank Engine. He threw a huge fit and stormed out of the house. But I didn't think anything of it until I saw him outside, slowly wheeling his Hot Wheels bike into the street.
That kid tried to kill himself over a toy!
I ran out as quick as I could, yelling for Rocky to get out of the road. But he just kept huffing and puffing and crossing his arms all mad. A car was coming, so I grabbed his arm and his bike handle and yanked them both into the grass before it was too late. He never even thanked me. Just cried. Ugh, what an ungrateful brat he turned out to be.
Dance.
The rascally rabbit who had a bad habit. He ate all the carrots and he didn't want to sell it.
My mother was one of those dance moms. She forced me into classes I didn't want to take. I hated every part of it. The itchy costumes, the petty girls, the loud music, getting yelled at by the teachers.
Mommy says she never got to do that stuff when she was a kid, and that I should be grateful. But it's hard when my toes are bleeding all the time from the tap shoes.
Luckily, after years of complaining, we came to a better agreement. Gymnastics. This is where Wild Child could let loose all that pent-up energy. It was so much better for us, even if Mom hated how unsanitary it was.
Mommy! Mommy, look at what I can do! Ta-da! Mommy? Mommy?
Hurricane.
What are you doing, Daddy?
Boarding up the windows. Big storm is coming.
We'd have hurricanes a few times a year, but one time we got hit with a really bad one called Hurricane Charlie. I've never seen anything like it. Tornadoes ripped through our town like paper. Please take cover now. Move into rooms without windows and cover
Want
your
some
head.
goldfish, Mommy?
No, WC, get in the tub now!
But what about Daddy? Daddy!
It's okay, baby.
I had never seen nature so angry before. I was scarred for life. Old Schoolhouse. Our elementary school had a historic building in the front, an old, original schoolhouse. Every year they would deck it out for the holidays.
Merry Christmas, little girl.
Gimme! Ooh. Oh! Look at that one!
It really was the closest thing to Christmas magic I ever experienced. I learned the truth about Santa Claus very early. No thanks to Dad and his drunk ramblings, but I always had a spark of hope for my brother. Everything I lost, I'd give to him instead.
See, Rocky? Santa Claus is coming tonight, and he's gonna bring us presents. I'm gonna make it the best Christmas ever for you, okay? Even if he's just a weird little worm right now. One day, you'll get to see all the pretty lights, bake cookies with Nanny and me, make reindeer food at school, and drink hot chocolate. Aww, just grow up already.
Trust me, WC. It'll happen faster than you can imagine. Cookies. Every Christmas, I would help my nanny make hundreds of her famous holiday cookies to give away to the neighborhood. It was my favorite tradition by far.
I get to decorate them all using the special sprinkle cabinet. There's so many to choose from, and I get to pick the shapes, cut them out, and sometimes get to dye the dough too. Look at the swirly ones!
The cookies were buttery and floury, not too sweet. Ugh, they were so good. Everyone eat them until they literally got sick. I don't know what those Christian old white ladies be putting in them damn cookies, but...
They're from heaven.
just like you, wild child.
And Rocky too.
Of course.
Here you go, Rocky. I know what it's like to be forgotten. I'll make sure they don't make you feel that way. Ever. Forever. And ever. Always.
I'll protect you. Business.
Extra, read all about it. Buttons learns a new trick and will be performing it today at the local dog talent show. Did you get your tickets?
I thought you were buying.
You gotta pay for the newspaper too.
Well, girl, you've got an eye for business, just like your papa.
Growing up in a family of entrepreneurs really does shape your mind for business. I had a natural talent for it. I'd raid Danny's office for supplies and use the industrial printer to produce my own newspapers every time I visited my grandparents. I eventually turned this skill into drawing and making comics for the newspapers, which later resolved in a love for drawing cartoons. I don't know where PetPyves would be today without that little newspaper business and my 2 loyal customers.
Thanks, Nanny and Papa. Now, read my newest comic. It's about a Jack Russell Terrier named Dingy. Dingy?
Dog. After Ozzy sadly passed away, my parents decided to get a new puppy, an Italian sheepdog. We named him Bandit.
But Bandit was mean. He would chase me and bite my legs. He was nothing like Ozzy. He was scary.
So Mom gave him away to a family friend. Their son, Beetle, was my buddy. I went to play at their house sometimes and would get to see Bandit.
One day, while we were eating a PB&J at lunch, Bandit was looking at me funny. He was jealous. He wanted my food, so he jumped up and...
We never saw the family again. But you know what we got after all that?
Hospital popsicles!
And a cool permanent scar across our bottom lip. Worth it.
I'm definitely not traumatized!
Yeah, definitely. Bloopers. We'd ride scooters, swim in our not swim in the dogs. No.
Until forever. Oh, God, I scared myself.
Accidentally touched my own arm and scared myself. I'm going insane.
Buttons learns a new trick and will be and will be pooping. That's her new trick.
God, I hope not. It's a really shitty trick. I'm so funny. Growing up in a family of opportunity? No, this is not a family of opportunity. This is a family from hell. After Osley said, after, bye-bye.